So for example, we have markets on Rotten Tomato scores or things related to music, and you see a lot of people that have no background in finance whatsoever, and this is actually the first time they've been able to monetize different things, and it's very exciting to also like hear from them which markets they want us to list, and like they bring more people that have like similar interests, and we get a lot of these like communities growing on Kalshi, that I think is very interesting, because I think when we started we also thought,
when she says community, she means looking from the top down. There are pockets of people spending their family's savings money on gambling that the house always wins with. I was so right earlier, a couple of years ago, when I first planted my feet in the ground and said all gambling should be illegal. That was such a correct opinion of mine. It's funny, like, this is one of the few instances where the completely socially conservative position has ended up proving itself to be the right one. And now all the social conservatives are pro-gambling.
Like, is it going to be that only the big funds are going to be able to make all the money? And it's very, very far from being the case. So.
Yeah, our demographics are also sort of the... I would say the most diverse, because so we have, I think, the highest percentage of female traders out of any active trading products.
Oh my god!
And it's interesting because you ask,
the dystopia is coming for us, okay, and it's inclusive.
You always ask, like, you know, did you ever like trade, or like any, like, and there's this kind of reaction like, no, it's not for me. Trading is like not for me. It's like, well,
I'm telling you, like, it's so important that you resist the pull, okay? Modernity is trying to force you, like, they're trying to capitalize on FOMO into forcing you to ruin your life to make you useful to wealthy people. You need to DoorDash. No, you fucking don't. All humans for all time didn't have DoorDash until like 5 years ago. Get over yourself. If you're hungry, cook food. If you don't have food, go get food. If it's too late to go get food, then just be hungry. Just be hungry until tomorrow morning, and then you can go get food. You do not need to gamble. It doesn't matter if other people are putting pressure on you. You don't need to do it. You don't need to do anything. If a show is pissing you off, stop watching it. If there are people in your life who are making your life worse, stop seeing them. If there's a movie that everyone's talking about that you don't want to see, just fucking don't see it. You don't have to do anything that you don't want to.
What do you know? And people that would never do like any active like trading, like they have a 401k, they obviously never touch options or futures, which is way too complicated. And then they didn't also even do like crypto or sports betting, like none of that. But it's like, well, there's a market here for something I care about. Like, you know, there's markets on like what, you know, how well the album for like the next Taylor Swift album is going to do, or like Rotten Tomatoes.
They really do want to ruin like all life for everyone. Oh, all Taylor Swift fans, you're excited about the next Taylor Swift album coming out? No, you're not. Now you're fucking anxious about it because you have money riding on the exact, like, date of its drop. You're gonna, like, reviewers are gonna be getting fucking bomb threats because there's $52 million riding on whether the, like, aggregate score for the new album is going to be above or below a certain threshold, and one of the reviewers went too low.
What's going to happen on TikTok, whether it's going to get banned or not, is a very important event. Like, we should know what's going to happen. There's a lot of people whose like entire sort of revenue stream is at risk. There's millions of people that are on TikTok that make money via TikTok. And then the opposite is obviously, you know, this whole question about what is TikTok doing to our kids in the US and so on. And it was amazing to see like how the market was pricing in real time, sort of infighting of what was going to happen on TikTok.
We all need to get so much more judgmental. We all need to get so much more pretentious. If there are people in your life using these apps or engaging in any of this behavior, you should treat them with contempt. You are better than them. You should make sure they know it. I mean it unironically. Like, you shouldn't allow you have a soul. You're a divine being, okay? The heart that beats within you, you're going to be dead one day, and then that'll be it. You don't get anything after that. Do not waste your one fucking shot on this life tolerating the social decay that is being forced on you by these sociopaths, okay? The most you can do, at the very least, is try to keep your life clear. The more of it you see in your, whatever you watch, sports or esports or whatever you get into, you see it on CNN, then don't look at CNN anymore. Don't engage with it, you know? Remove it from your life. Remove the people from your life. Why are you using these soul arguments to argue against AI use? Because I think they're desouled. Because I think that they're fundamentally spiritually wrong. Because I do have axiomatic principles that extend beyond how many chicken nuggies I get to eat in a day. Because I do think that there are things worth fighting for that go beyond, like, I don't know, GDP per capita. There are fundamental elements of the human experience that define the worth of life, and it goes beyond these empirical measures. These companies, these people, represent a threat to our you know, ensoulment that is unparalleled in human history, you know?
All the time. What's your favorite campaign? Well, I'm a big fan of our AI ads. I think that we had two.
Shocking.
Two that we really liked, especially the betting on the underdog one was very, very exciting. And yeah, I don't know. Do you like
the AI ads was pretty big because like, so we aired the first AI produced commercial on live TV. So that was, and honestly, we didn't know it was the first. We just did it, and like it ended up being a big thing. You know, when you're asking like a question about listing markets, like it's all intertwined. Like the whole point of these markets is like they're much more dynamic. It's continuous about what's in the news, what's on top of people's minds, what's trending. Create a market about that and make sure that people are basically talking about it. And we see this as kind of fully embedded end to end. Like traditional market, you list something and you cater, you know, build liquidity for it for years, and like that becomes a thing. The next generation just doesn't.
Jesus fucking Christ, man. Jesus Christ. I'm developing a headache, but I feel like I'm learning so much about how little I should think of these people.
not have the attention span for that. They just don't. Like I don't. Like I can't even watch movies anymore. Like
Well, there you go. Yeah. Like I said, guys, become elite human capital. All right? You got to be elite human capital. You have to be better than this. The world so desperately wants you to be a little fucking piggy money slave with your short form content and you're gambling away every free cent. It wants you to live in the company town so fucking badly.
I can't read. Like I just on TikTok all day. Like
And working, I hope.
yeah, sometimes. But
I do miss the shame though. I do miss the idea. You'd think this guy would have a financial interest in not admitting that he's an idiot and can't read because he has investors, but it doesn't matter because the investors are also exactly like this guy and they think this makes him a genius. To people like this, him being a attention span addled, brain fried moron is actually like a sign that he's a real one. They're intimidated and threatened by people who are capable of reading books. I cannot tell you enough how badly you need to be better than this guy. The world is only going to get harder from here.
Amazing. Well, we're out of time, but it was a pleasure to speak with you both again.
Yeah, it was great.
It's been so much fun to watch this journey, and it just keeps on escaping velocity each time I talk with you. So thank
It just keeps on escaping velocity. Just from start to finish. From start to finish, just nothing going on up there for any of them. I'm so tired of podcasters. I know you're thinking of like Theo Von or whatever, but the average podcaster living in Brooklyn unironically has 40 or 50 IQ points up over on these people. At least like man, I got to move to New York City or something. You have to move somewhere where there's something going on outside. No, I mean this woman is a podcaster. Oh, okay. Well, clearly she doesn't live in Brooklyn. Jesus. All right, I need to take a piss just a second. God, this shit's depressing. Both the cats are sleeping on the bed. They look so cozy. They don't have to know about Kalshi. They don't have to know about Palantir. Fuck, I gave myself a fucking headache over this, man. God damn it. Oh, I felt fucking good this morning, too. I get headaches so easily. Oh my god, they're just so stupid, dude. You know, a big part of my maturing from age like 25 to age 30, like early streaming, basically, was me getting over myself and beginning to appreciate regular people more, you know, people who aren't me. And like, oh, it turns out all of those little like elements of social interactions that I used to think were extraneous and uninteresting contained a lot of meaning that I didn't really appreciate at first. It turns out the world is more complicated and vibrant than I thought. And, you know, there's lots everyone has to teach me. But I feel like I'm going to fucking regress, man. Because it seems like the world is conspiring to make people as dull as I used to think they all were. Do you know what I mean? I don't want it to be like that.